When we hear the word dangerous applied to a person, we immediately picture a threat to civic order. We imagine kinetic chaos and reckless impulse. Modern culture has elevated comfort and compliance above all other virtues. Going along to get along is the expected baseline, and making things as easy as possible is the ultimate goal. In an environment that prizes ease above all else, someone who stands firm on strict, unbending principles creates friction. That friction causes a man to look less like a reliable moral leader and more like a liability. This relentless pressure to conform takes a psychological toll. It leaves an entire demographic of men feeling adrift, completely devoid of purpose, and ultimately, harmless. The proposed solution to this purposelessness is entirely unexpected. The answer involves a deliberate return to dangerous capability, redefined here as disciplined self-mastery. Engineering a society to prioritize comfort over strength does not actually guarantee safety. It simply eliminates the capacity for principled resistance when things get difficult. This definition of dangerous is potential force perfectly harnessed. It is immense capability kept under absolute discipline, the opposite of uncontrollable impulse. It means maintaining total composure while everyone else falls apart. Building this power requires fighting equally on two fronts, the physical and internal. Starting with the physical side, knowing how to physically handle yourself through martial arts alters a person's entire psychological baseline. It projects a deeply quiet, unshakable confidence. Deliberately pushing your physical limits, like lifting heavy weight, serves a specific purpose. Enduring that level of extreme physical strain is one of the only ways to forge true mental grit. But physical formidability alone is incomplete. It functions merely as the external armor required to house and protect a developing internal intellect. That brings us to the second front. The physical strength must be matched by a rigorous training of the soul and the mind. This begins with mastering internal quiet by actively cutting out the constant noise of modern life. It requires studying history, philosophy, and leadership so you can actually hear yourself think. Small, daily micro-disciplines, like getting up early and making your bed, act as the foundational building blocks for sustaining long-term willpower. From there, you actively pursue intentional discomfort. Doing difficult things on purpose inoculates the mind against the seductive pull of an easy life. The final internal discipline is community. You need peers to enforce accountability and hold the structure together. These combined disciplines create a man guided by internal principles. Because his compass is locked on an unshifting standard, he is incredibly difficult to manipulate. A strong body without a disciplined soul is just an untethered weapon. Synthesizing the two fronts is what forges a complete, unbreakable leader. Which leaves a crucial question: why go through the struggle of this extreme dual training? The answer is completely devoid of ego. Drawing on historical and scriptural framing, this readiness for battle is viewed not as simple aggression, but as deliberate preparation for a higher calling. This meticulously built capability is designed specifically for the role of the protector. The strength is meant to be spent serving the community rather than fueling individual ambition. It is a tool to be used for others. It equips a man to stand in the gap and defend the most vulnerable, marginalized people in society who cannot stand up for themselves. Possessing this controlled power makes a man an existential threat to injustice. Looking at our current societal landscape of comfort and compliance, we have to ask ourselves a final question. Is this specific brand of danger exactly what the world is missing? True safety relies on dangerous men who have pledged their strength to the defense of others.